Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to be here this morning. My name is Jessica Wilson, and I will be testifying in support of the Equal Access to Care Act, introduced to the 117th Congress by Representative Ted Budd and Senator Ted Cruz. I'm speaking this morning as a master's student at the Colorado School of Public Health and as a veterinary professional with both personal and occupational firsthand experience with the United States mental health care infrastructure, as well as the devastating effects of lack of access to mental health care. I believe that this bill will be instrumental in providing access to mental health care services that are otherwise not available to the public during the COVID-19 crisis and beyond. In 2017, a survey by the National Alliance for Mental Illness found that more than half of respondents reported insurance barriers or lack of providers accepting new patients, and nearly 1/3 of respondents reported a lack of medicine providers or therapists in the vicinity of their homes or workplaces. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, incidence and prevalence of mental illness has increased threefold, with barriers to care increasing alongside illness. While it's far from a complete solution, if implemented, this bill will provide increased access to telehealth services across state lines, allowing faster and more efficient care for people experiencing geographic barriers or inundated local services. Telehealth can also provide services to underserved and minoritized rural, Black, and Hispanic communities where rates of mental illness are disproportionately high and access to care is disproportionately low. Equitable care for these populations during the COVID-19 pandemic is pertinent as anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation increase across the country. However, I strongly recommend the continuation of this telehealth policy beyond the COVID-19 crisis. While suicide stands at the second leading cause of death in the young population and the 10th leading cause of death in the United States population as a whole, timely action must be taken to prevent further mental health care crises. The National Alliance on Mental Illness lists expanding telehealth coverage as the second most important intervention for increasing access to mental health care, and allowing healthcare providers to practice across state lines is an important component of expanding telehealth services. To achieve this goal and ultimately provide equitable and accessible psychiatric services to patients in need of support, I urge you to support the Equal Access to Care Act. Thank you for your time and attention.